What's up, everybody? How's it going? Stan here, and well, let's talk about Bitcoin. Um, let's just start with John de Mol, who's a Dutch billionaire that's suing Facebook for posting what he calls fraudulent Bitcoin ads that list him as an investor. Um, we all know for those who don't know, we all know that Bitcoin doesn't have like a marketing team or anything. It's just you know uh, an entity on its own, right? But what the article refers to, you can find this on the Bitcoin. I'm probably gonna link it in the description. Um, it refers to the scammy websites that um, tell you to send the money to invest in Bitcoin or something like that. So on Wednesday, Reuters reported that John Damo, the billionaire businessman behind the popular TV show Big Brother, was suing Facebook for publishing a false advertisement which used his name to carry out Bitcoin related investment fraud. Um, the most legal representative told Amsterdam District Court uh, that Facebook did not diligently vet the authenticity of the ad and that the company had not exerted any urgency to in addressing the issue, right? Um, Johnson Moll's lawyers complained that Facebook had not responded to the Moll's complaint appropriately. So the advertisement promoted an investment scheme which encouraged participants to send money to purchase Bitcoin at lucrative rates and to also invest in fake cryptocurrency oriented startups, which were supposedly endorsed by and backed by John DeMol. Were they fake? Probably. Um, they're not named, so there's no way that I can find out if it's a scam or if it's just something legitimate, right? But the most lawyers are asking that the court require Facebook to amend its listing algorithm to block any ads that feature the mole. They stressed that fake adverts were damaging the mole's reputation. I mean, dude, get used to it. you know, get used to it. They did it here with the Cheetos boss, and by the Cheeto I mean Donald Trump. Um, I saw an ad that was featuring Carlos Slim, who's Mexican. He's a billionaire. He owns Virgin Mobile. He owns a museum in Mexico City. It's a free museum. It's an art museum where he houses um, his art collection, kind of like what Hitler wanted to do back in the day. They wanted to, well, they stole art from Jews and from the countries that they invaded, and then they claimed it as their own, and they wanted to house it in a museum in Berlin. But this guy, he owns uh, the artwork, and he owns his own museum, and he owns the phone company, an internet company that I use. Um, and they used his image to promote something similar to what John DeMol is. Um, describing. Um, so yeah, I mean, the dude better get used to it because they're not gonna stop. So Facebook says they're working on it. Facebook lawyer Jens Vanderberg encountered that the tech giant is unable to monitor every ad placed on its platform in real time. Well, he's got a point. You know, uh, before they can, put the ad, I think it's gonna be checked by a human, right? So something's about to slip, right? Something's gonna slip. But yeah, um, Vanderbrick claims that the fraudulent company and its ad content were deleted shortly after Facebook was informed of the most complaint. So they're still in court. They're still in court, and that's that. So let's move on to something else. As soon as my poopy computer allows me to. So yeah, here are the news, and Vancouver um, has decided to ban the Bitcoin ATMs. Just because some dumbass didn't like it. Um, why? Because probably misinformation. They don't know what the hell Bitcoin is. They don't know how it works, and they eat up everything that the mainstream media puts out about Bitcoin in a negative way, or Hollywood for that matter. Because, like I mentioned, there's a movie called Crypto, came out this year, and it made Bitcoin look like something that gun runners and the mob and stuff like that, criminals use mostly. Um, I'm sure Bitcoin has some of those aspects, but mm, the euro has it, the pound sterling has it, the U.S. dollar has it, the Mexican peso has it. Every fiat uh, money out there has um, criminals using it. So why doesn't the government ban that then? Um, 'Cause it's convenient for them. That's why they don't do it. But they go ahead and ban Bitcoin because you know apparently according to the mainstream media, we're all criminals. Um, but Vancouver Mayor Kennedy Stewart has suggested that the city council will consider banning Bitcoin ATMs in the city. Well, no shit, right? Um, According to his spokesman. Um, and I quote, came out of information the Vancouver Police Department has collected that indicated that the ATMs were being used to launder money. End quote. Uh, no. On that basis, the council should have considered a ban on casinos, right? Yeah, and restaurants, and luxury car sales, and real estate, and more than anything else, banks. But of course, they couldn't do it because that's such it's a big task, right? And um, doing it will, ignore legitimate businesses, right? So let's say we're gonna ban your business because you're laundering money. What if you're not? Some businesses launder money. It is what it is. It's just a front. That's how it works. Um, you pretend to be selling something, and you're getting money on the side, and just you're giving the dirty money to the customers, and they're giving you the clean money, and that's how you're laundering money, right? But they don't know it's dirty. Like they, and by dirty I mean they don't know that it came from like illegal activities, right? Um, because they're not gonna tell you, hey, yeah, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna give you your change with a $50 bill that I got from selling drugs. They're not gonna tell you that. So they just decided to pick on Bitcoin. Um, so cryptocurrency doesn't have that consideration. You know, this is the same mayor, Kennedy Stewart, that the city website proudly proclaims, and I quote, moved to Vancouver in 1989 with only $100 in his pocket and work odd jobs delivering beer and stuff like that, playing in rock bands. Um, so now that he's in a position of power, he's going to is gonna ban Bitcoin because the dumbass police department says, "Oh yeah, they're laundering money." Um, the Vancouver Police Department seems to center around um, a rise in cryptocurrency related files year on year, right? This should not be exactly unexpected, but you know, um, they have a file that's cryptocurrency related, and the files are defined as a quote fraud, extortions, where payment is taken from the victim in cryptocurrency, and other crimes where payment for criminal goods and services were made in cryptocurrency. Well, yeah, the same shit goes on in the dollar and fiat. Like I said. I mean, come on. And it goes on to say a user can also launder unlimited amount of money using small transactions so as to not arouse suspicion, like they would have at a regular bank. No. When people work in a bank, right, they tell you the limits that you have. For example, I have a US bank, a USD bank account. I was gonna say a US bank account. No, I don't have a US bank account. I have a USD bank account. Um, and they told me whenever you're gonna deposit USD into your bank account, you can only deposit um, $2,000 a month minimum, and then you're gonna have to wait, a certain period of time before you can deposit another $2,000. Okay, so I don't deposit $2,000 a month exactly. Does that mean I am laundering money? No, it just means I just deposit small amounts. You know, that are between, 3 and 500 bucks. I don't or at the most that I've deposited, it's like probably like $700. So just because I'm depositing small amounts and not the $2,000 limit, that doesn't mean I'm laundering money. And the same thing with the transactions in cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, right? Like I send um, small transactions when I buy Bitcoin. I send them. Let's say I send them, like $150, $200, or whatever, um, to the exchange. Let's say I send them that to the exchange. I buy the Bitcoin, and depending on the exchange rate that they have and the spread and the fees, I get anywhere between like 0.02 and 0.04. Back then, like it was probably like zero point 0.1 Bitcoin for like every $20 worth of Mexican peso that I sent them. And back then, I'm talking about 2016, 2015. I was getting like point one Bitcoin for $20. Um, Now zero point 0.1 Bitcoin doesn't cost you $20, but I get probably like less than that. Like I said, I probably get like between point oh 0.01, point oh 0.02, and point oh 0.05. I send myself small transactions. Does it mean I'm laundering money? No. But whatever. The police are gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's just dumb. I'm gonna move on from this story because it's just dumb. So let's go to, where is it? Uh, let's go to one more story, and well, let's do two more stories, news articles. So a new report finds that DApps are useless. Well, no shit, I could have told you that. And also that EOS users are mostly bots. Um, so blockchain dApps are struggling to attract users. Well, after CryptoKitties broke Ethereum, I would expect that. Also, there was the DAO hack that um, a Twitter user suggests that it was like a planned thing. It's like a cover up, really. Um, you can check out the video on Yes for Motivation. He has an interview with this guy. I think his Twitter handle is um, oh my god, I forgot his Twitter handle. But check out the video with Luke on Yes for Motivation. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with him, go check him out. Um, he's got very good interviews, very good insights. Um, and yeah. Anyway, so according to this guy that Luke interviewed, um, the DAO hack in 2016 was a inside job. He claims that he spoke to Vitalik, or that somebody spoke to Vitalik. I'm not gonna go into the details, um, but he claims um, that the Ethereum Foundation was running out of money. They were gonna go bankrupt because they were running out of funding, and that the only way, well, not that the only way, but they said that they were probably gonna be, out of money and bankrupt by June or July of 2016. And July came along, or June, I don't remember what exactly, but it was between June and July that that um, they got hacked. The DAO got hacked. Uh, Ethereum was stolen. I'm talking about the original Ethereum. It was stolen, and um, the original Ethereum is now called Ethereum Classic. So those Ethereum were stolen, and the only way for them to uh, give the money back to, or the money, it's the Ethereum back to the people that got affected by the hack, was to roll back the chain. And they did a fake voting poll, and they asked people, would you like to roll back the chain, or would you like to continue? um, Vitalik always said that, immutability this, immutability that. He was a big immutability freak, right? Suddenly, people said no. Code is the law, and we don't bail you out, pretty much. And so somehow they said that the people voted to roll back the chain, and they did a fork. That Ethereum at the time became Ethereum Classic, and the new current Ethereum was a new thing. And yeah, so what does that create? It creates fake money, right? Like, it creates money out of thin air. And if what this guy is saying is true, um, well, they just bailed themselves out by creating money out of thin air with Ethereum Classic. So draw your own conclusions, right? But the dApps have always been useless. Crypto kitties. Um, if you're very very new to the space and you don't know what crypto kitties are, oh, they were like, it was a dApp that featured a cartoon cat with big bulging eyes and little legs and little feet. And if you bought two of them, or whatever, how many amount, um, this little computer program that was like a Tamagotchi, right? Like, they separated them between male and female, and you bought two of them, and you put a male app dap with a female dap cat or whatever, that would have kittens. And then you could tell those, they were like reproduce, and then you could tell those virtual dap kittens, and you could tell them, and I think they were going for like thousands of dollars and stuff. It was ridiculous. The whole thing was dumb. And yeah, It's just dumb. Um, they don't have a use case. They do that proof of weak hand scam on a DApp apparently. Um, DApps don't work, guys. I've yet to see a DApp that works. Um, Steemit, I think Steemit is a DApp, but if you got in early on Steam and you bought it, and then you went into Steemit and you held it there, you have a lot of power. Not only do you have a lot of money that you could have spent in Bitcoin by now, but I don't know. 2017 had a Steemit go from like a couple of cents up to like $20 or something like for a the bit Steam back dollar that was supposed to be worth $1. I think it was going for like $20. So you could censor sort of you could censor uh, a video on Steemit or an article on Steemit if you didn't like what it said. And they did it to me, so I can tell you from experience. I said something, and within minutes, my video was downvoted to hell, and nobody could see it. And in order for me to have it on the main page, um, somebody would have to really, really upvote me with and tip me in Ethereum, in Steam. Um, but no, I mean, if you bought Steam early, you had power. You were a whale. Um, I never even bought Steam. You know, um, I just signed up for Steemit, and I kind of like earned some of it. That was quickly as soon as I had a significant amount, because I didn't have a lot of followers on Steemit. I didn't have a lot of viewers on the channel. I had 130 subscribers, but how many of them were actually viewing it? I have no clue. I mean, I'll probably get like 3 likes and no views, or 3 views, or 10 views at the most on my old channel. So yeah, I mean, do I regret not buying Steemit? No, I don't really care. Um, it's my money's in Bitcoin, and I don't care. Like Bitcoin is what it is. It's the honey badger, but whatever. Um, yeah. So a chain bot, or Unchain bot rather, finds bot activity is rampant, quote unquote, rampant in EOS DApps. Um, Unchain uses what they call AI to detect any suspicious activity among blockchain dApps and to monitor transactions. First of all, I'm gonna disagree with that statement. Um, AI doesn't exist yet. Will it ever exist? I don't know. Right? What they call AI is just a computer program and an algorithm that tries to figure out, but it's programmed into the code, so it's not really AI. An AI thinks by itself. This thing doesn't think by itself. So let's not call it AI. Let's call it what it is: a computer program. It's a code. Um, and what is the largest study of blockchain dApps and bot activity to date? The intelligence, quote unquote, from analyzed millions of transactions from the top 10 EOS gambling dApps. Gambling dApps on EOS make up the majority of all transaction volume, according to accounting for around 65%. What they found was disturbing, right? In the first quarter of 2019, blockchain bots made up 51% of unique accounts. So it's you can consider that 51% attack. Um, if you catch my reference, good. And more than 75% of transactions, um, as the report states, quote, in other words, every day the equivalence of 6 million USD in transaction volume is driven by bad bots. So a good and bad news for Ethereum as EOS on the chopping block. Um, the good news for Ethereum is that DAPPS aren't mentioned in this report. The Ethereum DApps are not mentioned in the report. The bad news is that they weren't studied by On-Chain. As quote, EOS is the number one DApp blockchain with 480 million in weekly transaction volume. Um, Ethereum still has more DApps than EOS, and that any other platform. The only problem is that Ethereum is broken, and that Ethereum DApps have low adoption or no adoption at all, right? So uh, it doesn't work. Um, all but one of EOS top performing dApps are gambling related and bot driven. So what does that mean for the crypto space? Um, dApps don't work. They don't work. Um, just buy Bitcoin. Really, like save yourself, some money on poopy coins and go buy Bitcoin. It's always, the number one spot, and you know, oh my God, you know, um, just buy Bitcoin. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, Facebook will reportedly charge notes $10, 10 million to run. Why would anybody want to run a Facebook node? That is just dumb. Run a Bitcoin node, it's free, sort of. You have to buy some equipment, right? But it's still free. They don't charge you anything. Just what you spend on the equipment. So there's another old guy. Let's go to the last one. Um, the last story of the day. Um, and it's titled "Bitcoin is a figment of everyone's imagination." Um, says Allianz senior executive. Much like a certain someone that is apparently called the Oracle of Omaha, um, said that Bitcoin doesn't work. So he's not the first old man to yell at Bitcoin. Neil Dwayne of Alliance says he wouldn't buy Bitcoin because it's a figment of the imagination. No, dude. It's not a figment of the imagination. Um, Banks are a figment of your imagination. They hold money that you give them, but except they don't have the money that you give them because they're lending it out and they're making interest rates, and they don't give you a thing, a damn thing. And if they do, it's like 1% or less. So away from the price movements, $1 million launches and regulatory crackdowns, memes are one of the more endearing aspects of the lighter side of blossoming Bitcoin scene. We all make memes all the time. Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger and um, Joseph Stiglitz, uh, just to mention people, they all yelled at Bitcoin. Oh, it's a scam or something, they said. But whatever, Bitcoin doesn't care. Bitcoin's the honey badger, and um, you know, um, when people yell at Bitcoin, that's when Bitcoin kicks them in the ass. All right, that's when Bitcoin, um, explodes to like new all-time highs. But this Allianz is a German multinational company, financial service company, which is kind of weird. I mean, Germany was the first country in Europe, probably in the world, to recognize Bitcoin as private money. So um, it also makes sense because they sell stocks and you know financial services, and that Bitcoin competes with them and surpasses them. So yeah. So the FUD curators can now add Bitcoin is a figment of the imagination to others like rat poison, gambling device, and mother of all scams. Aside from you know using somewhat new adjectives to describe Bitcoin, uh, it's all the same crap. You know, it's all people that don't understand technology and they don't understand new uh, financial instruments like Bitcoin or new assets. Um, but are the Venezuelans imagining Bitcoin? No, they're using Bitcoin all the time. And if you don't believe me, go check out Adam Meister show. Um, Gabriel and Maximo from Venezuela are around. Sometimes Jaime is around. I know them. You know, we used to have a Spanish show together that Ana Meister put up. It didn't last because I had stuff to do at the time, but you know, Gabriel was busy with the exchange. But they tell you they're using Bitcoin. They're using Bitcoin to buy groceries and cross borders and stuff. And they're using the worthless currency. They rather spend that than spend their Bitcoin. They only spend Bitcoin to buy mining equipment and the groceries and stuff. Um, but they're not imagining Bitcoin. But whatever. So um, what's up, Clint? We got this deer. Um, Yeah, man, like all banks do illegal stuff. Um, they all do illegal stuff, and all banks are crap. Um, so what else? It doesn't matter what people say about Bitcoin. You know, it's always gonna be the honey badger, and honey badgers don't give a fuck. Let's just put it that way. And what else? So that's that. That's that. So I saw a video. I didn't really see it. I haven't really watched it. Um, I don't know. I don't know who came up with the idea that Bitcoin could be $100,000 by the end of the year. Um, could it be? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say yes, and I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna let Bitcoin prove me wrong. It proved me wrong in 2017, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna prove me wrong today or this year. So back then, I interviewed Samson Mao, and it was around June or July, and Bitcoin had gone from like 5,000 to 3,000 and stayed around the 3,000s for a while. And I asked Samson Mao if he had a prediction for the price of Bitcoin by the end of the year. He told me $6,000. I remember that clearly. He said $6,000. All right, I'll give you that. It's in the middle, and it's only $3,000 away from from three, right? Basically. But I said okay, all right, and we ended the show, and then we had a little time to talk privately off air, and that was that, right? Well, 6,000 came, 7,000 came, 9,000 came, 10,000 came, and then next thing I know, it's like 20K. Um, to be honest, I didn't think I was gonna go past um 3,000. I thought it was gonna go to 6,000 and then come back down, right? But no, it proved me wrong. So I'm gonna let Bitcoin prove me wrong this year as well. I really don't care about the price. It'll be pretty awesome if it's $100,000 by the end of the year. I doubt it, but let's see what Bitcoin has in store for me today or this year. Um, but whatever, let's see what's going on, and I gotta buy some Bitcoin. So let me check if my transaction already. Um, oh damn it! I have to sign in again. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna end it here. But before I do, I'm gonna shill my bags. As always, I have to shill my stuff. Um, and I'm only shilling my stuff because it's my business, right? I mean, back then when I had the other channel, I wasn't getting the subs because I wasn't willing to shill crap like poopy coins. So had I done it, had I been okay with shilling poopy coins, I probably would have had like thousands of subscribers. but I'm not willing to do that. I'm all about Bitcoin, and I never said go buy this coin, go buy that coin. I never said that on air, and even off air. I probably told some people that I knew closely, right? I told them, hey, I think this coin is going to go up in price. Don't quote me on that, but if you want to give it a try, give it a try. And that's probably the most that I said to like two people that I happened to be friends with at the time. Um, and what do you know? They made money on it, but whatever. Um, I'm not willing to shill poopy coins. So if you need a consultation, just learn Bitcoin.com. We'll help you out. So let me share my screen. I'm gonna switch the screen and turn on the screen share. Um, is it this one? Screen one. All right. I don't know. There you go. Justlearnbitcoin.com. And I have the new store open. You get 20% off on your purchase, the entire order if you want. Um, you know, use the code YellowB20 and you get 20% off. They have international shipping, US shipping, um, and you'll get your order. So, the Bitcoin for Beginner show with Brian from the UK. Check him out. Check him out. He does shows on Monday, and I think he does some on Friday, I think, as well. So go check him out. BitcoinToTheMoon.com. Great website. So go check him out. He has a blog. He blogs around. So go check that out. Uh, the four satoshis. Follow him. Follow them on Twitter at tsatoshis. Great tweets, and they'll open your eyes. You know, um, they really will. They talk about stuff that almost nobody's talking about, or they tweet about it really. So there's that. Um, where is it? I have to go back to Crown's Crypto Cave. Uh, if you want to learn to trade and if you want to learn TA, that doesn't only help you with Bitcoin, but helps you with like the traditional markets as well. Um, come to justlearnbitcoin.com, click the Learn to Trade tab right here. You'll see the packages, and with the you get a discount code JLB10, and you get 10% off your package, any package, you know, um, throughout the month of June. Um, so yeah, there's that. Um, so there you go. There's that consulting packages that we offer. The basic consultation, the general consultation, Arctic long-term storage, and end-of-life planning program. Well, not program, package. And start accepting BTC payments in your business. It works for small to medium businesses. The consultation includes up to 3 hours of consulting for that price for the package. Um, what else? Introduction to BISC. Uh, you get an introduction on how to properly use BISC and become a trade maker and taker, and start trading and funding your wallet and stuff if you're into that. Or you can just buy Bitcoin there as well, whatever you're into. And you hold your own coins. You hold your own coins. They don't hold anything for you. So the package includes up to 3 hours of consulting. The same thing for Wasabi Wallet. You learn how to use CoinJoin and keep your Bitcoin transactions private with Wasabi, and it works a lot different than other wallets. So if you want to learn how to use that and how to keep your transactions private, uh, the package includes up to 3 hours of consulting. Help claiming hex. If you hold Bitcoin, you can get hex hex coin, and it says it right here. We don't promote anyone buying hex, but if you own Bitcoin, you can get it for free. Um, and then you can trade it for more Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to hold it. I'm telling you to trade it for more Bitcoin. Um, the same thing for MWC coin. How to claim it? We can help you. There's details. It's a little bit more than hex, right? But we don't promote anyone buying MWC. But if you own the Bitcoin, you can get it for free, and then you can trade for more Bitcoin. So there you go. There's that. If you want to drop a tip, click the tip jar, copy that. It'll copy the address, and then you can put it on your wallet if you want, and send a tip or whatever. It's up to you. Um, so yeah, those are the consulting packages, the contact information. So you can just drop us a message, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And you have the store. You can buy Bitcoin through justbitcoin.com. Um, we have mostly Mexican exchanges because I'm from Mexico. You can buy Bitcoin with this plugin right here. You can pay with Visa or Mastercard, or you could buy, like it says it right here, right? You could pay with Bitcoin and you get Ethereum, but that's just a default thing. There's nothing that I could do about that. But if you click here, you can pay with Ethereum, and you get Bitcoin for it. The same thing for Monero, um, US dollar, Ripoff, Dash, Digital Trash. Uh, they have a bunch of Bitcoin Diamond. They added the Bitcoin Poopy version, um, BSV, uh, Bitcoin ASIC Boost compatible, the one that Roger's always crying about. Um, yeah, they have a bunch of poopy coins in here, and you can all trade them for more Bitcoin. I like Lisk. Notice, I say I like Lisk because I traded Lisk when it was an ICO. That's the only ICO that I participated in, and I made off pretty damn good. I made off like a bandit with that one. For the investment that I made, I think I robbed them. I made off with a nice chunk of Bitcoin for it. So it's always kind of hold a special place in my little heart. But whatever. But yeah, there's justlearnbitcoin.com. Um, stop sharing. If you want to go to, if you want to learn to trade, like I said, the discount code is available in the description link. The 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 store discount code for JLB is 20%. It's also listed in the description. Sign up to Bottle.li, and as soon as you sign up, you get 1,000 free satoshis. Just for signing up. It's a Lightning wallet, and you can get tips if you plug it into your YouTube and to your Twitter. So There you go. Tippin.me. Like I think it only works with Twitter, but it's also a Lightning wallet, and you could send as little as one satoshi. So if you wanna send me a microtransaction, give me a little micro tip for the show or whatever, you could. Um, the If you want to send an on-chain transaction, my Bitcoin SegWit BEC32 address is listed in the description as well. How's it going, Bitcoin to the moon? I just mentioned your website, so yeah. So keep doing what you're doing, man. It says Lisk is settled in Germany, in a German university. Um, University cities are, yeah. Um, there was another German coin that I liked. It was Bitcore. Uh, I like their weekly airdrops, and yeah, man, like they ended up running out of the funds that nobody claimed, and I had to dump it for more Bitcoin. Um, but I really like that Bitcoin thing. I like their program that they had. Unfortunately, they ran out of money and they ran out of the coins that they had. Um, I was getting 20% every Monday. So that 20% of what my earnings were, what my holdings were, sorry, were at the time of Bitcore, I had like I was getting about $500 every Monday from Bitcore, and I would trade those $500 as soon as possible for more Bitcoin. But yeah, IOTA is German too. Oh, damn, dude, you have a lot of IOTA. 3 cents. Damn. Let's take a look at that price, cause let's go to Coin Market Crap, as I call it. I'm just gonna give you a little tip. Go along on Bitcoin, but you have to short Deutsche Bank. Because if you look at the chart, it looks like a poopy coin. That thing is just racing to zero. Um, Let me look for this my ODA thing. What's the price? All right, IOTA, myota. There you go. Now let's just damn it, 41 cents. Let's look at the chart. Damn. The highest was about 25,000 satoshis per coin. Is that it? Am I putting it at the top? I hate this damn thing. Yeah. Okay. 34,048. I wasn't exactly putting it at the top. Um, yeah, that thing's just going down. It looks like the chart from Deutsche Bank. And I'll put it. Well, let me go to my trading view. Tradingview.com. And let's go to. All right. I hate wind blows. It's just it just sucks. I like Linux better, but um Deutsche Bank. Here you go. So let's just go to the chart. All right. DB on. Oh my God. On the NYSE. Um. Let's just put it on the. I'm gonna put it on the monthly chart because the 1 hour it's not really good. Um. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen and all right. Screen share. Screen one. Oh damn it! What the hell? Share. All right. Can you see that? That's Deutsche Bank. The high was about $145, 150, and it's going to shit. It's about $6.63. That thing does not look good. It looks terrible. You could buy it and hope that it would go up a little bit. Because I've seen these things go like almost to like $4 and then go back up. And the last time I saw that was like um I believe it was around 2011. The same year that I found about that I found out about Bitcoin. 2011. Um, there was what was it? Citibank in the U.S. was almost going to like $3, and it seemed kind of fishy, right? Because apparently it was already gonna go to $3. It was like $4.50 or something, like close to like $4 on the dot, and and then they said, oh look, it's Satan 666. And then they said on the news that it was gonna go back up probably within a week or within a month or something like that. That it was gonna go back up, and then magically it went back up to like $100 or $40. From $4 it went to $40, and then the next thing you know, it just kept going up and up and up and up. So they probably pumped their own um, stock, or they did something, right? They probably artificially moved with the price, messed with the price, really. So I don't know. It could be like a good investment, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Um, um, you know, um, yeah. I mean, if your funds are secured by the state, right? It's all good. But the stock itself, oh man, you got to remember that stocks are just little pieces of paper. So yeah, Citibank did the same thing. They were gonna go to zero on their stock, and then within a month or something, like the price magically went up. And I told my dad, "Hey, dude, you gotta lend me some money, right? I'll pay you back because I want to buy that. I want to buy Citibank stock." And he didn't lend me the money, so he missed out. So whatever. I mean, he missed out, and just like my whole family missed out on Bitcoin. I told them when Bitcoin was like about $30, 50 cents. I was telling them buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. You never know. And even at $100, I was telling them to buy some Bitcoin, and they didn't, because I'm the crazy one in the family, and I'm just throwing my money away. Um, but when they see the price of Bitcoin, they want me to sell it so I can take everybody on a cruise or something. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm the one that took the gamble. I'm the one that took the risk, and they're my family, and I love them and all. But I'm sorry. You know, I'm not gonna sell my Bitcoin to take you all on a cruise. It is what it is. I was telling them buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, and they didn't pay attention. Um, yeah, you know, Bitcoin. I took a gamble on it, and um, I didn't really like at first. It said local Bitcoins, and I thought it was local, so I didn't think that you could pay for that. But with PayPal, I had PayPal at the time. I didn't think you could pay with PayPal, but I didn't click on it because it said local Bitcoin. So I was like, well, nobody knows about Bitcoin here. That's probably for like people in the U.S. or stuff, right? Uh, but even then, like mm, people didn't know about Bitcoin in the U.S. They barely knew about it, and I didn't click the link. Had I clicked the link, I would have gotten like about 600 Bitcoin for about $300. So just to start off with, right? 600 Bitcoin. Now I kept buying and buying and buying and buying. I would have had more than 600 Bitcoin. I probably would have had a couple thousand Bitcoin. I don't exactly know the exact amount that I would have had, but I would have had a lot of fucking Bitcoin. And you know, um, even if I did have, that kind of Bitcoin, um, I wouldn't have sold it. I would have sold the the poopy coins and the airdrops and the forks that you get from Bitcoin. I would have sold those right away because they're all gonna go to zero anyway. Maybe with a few exceptions. I mean, I shouldn't say that they're gonna go to zero, but they're probably gonna be close to zero. So I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, my hand is just about the strongest. You know, I could be like robbed right now at gunpoint, and they could tell me, if you sell your Bitcoin or if you give me your Bitcoin, you'll live. I was like, well, you better just kill me because I'm not gonna give you my Bitcoin and I'm not gonna sell my Bitcoin. Just might as well just kill me. 'Cause if you're gonna be waiting for that to happen anytime soon, I'm gonna be wasting your time, really. So I'm not gonna sell my Bitcoin, and I wouldn't have sold my Bitcoin if even if I had like 10,000, 20,000 Bitcoin. Um, I would have kept it. I would have forked them. I would have forked my own Bitcoin. Like I mean, forked, split my own Bitcoin to get the coins, and I would have sold it. I would have sold those forks and those airdrops that are pretty much worthless for more Bitcoin, and I would have had more Bitcoin. Even with Bcash alone, I would have had a lot. Assuming that I had that much, I would have had a lot more Bitcoin, right? Like, would I've held some of it? Probably up until the pump that happened in November 2017 when um, everybody was buying Bcash because it was supposedly going to be the new Bitcoin. Um, I would have crushed everybody's dreams, right? Had I dumped all my Bcash, if I had, 10, 20,000 Bitcoin worth of Bcash, I would have crushed the whole damn price. And I kind of wish I had that much Bitcoin right now. Um, and I kind of wish I had that much Bcash right now just so I could dump it and crash the price. And the same thing for VSB. Um, I would have done the same. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. That's right. That's right. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. And um, yeah, I mean, my brothers, they never bought Bitcoin. I have a brother that instead of buying Bitcoin, he buys lottery tickets. Why? I ask myself, why does he do that? Why? Just buy a damn Bitcoin. I was about to give him $3,000 worth of Bitcoin 2 years ago. Um, for his birthday, I was gonna give him some Bitcoin. He didn't want it. Had he just waited a month with the Bitcoin, he would have had like $2,000-3,000. Um, he don't want the Bitcoin. So that's why I don't give my family Bitcoins. And I had somebody rage quit my show uh in 2017 because I said I don't give Bitcoin out to my family because they don't know how to take care of it. They don't know how to appreciate it. They don't know how to hold it. I could teach them. They're just not interested. So I said that's why I don't give out Bitcoin to my family for their birthdays or for Christmas or for whatever. And the guy's like, well, now I know what kind of greedy asshole you are. Unsubscribed. The guy unsubscribed. I don't care. I said, hey, dude, I don't tell you how to spend your Bitcoin. Don't tell me what to do with mine. You do whatever you want with your Bitcoin. If you want to give it to your friends, if you want to give it to your family, if you want to give it to whoever, um, you're free to do as you wish, right? I choose not to do it because I don't know how to take care of it. Um, they don't know how to take care of it. It is what it is. So the guy rich quit my show. So whatever. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I mean, it's all good. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here because this video is getting kind of long, and I'll see you guys quite possibly tomorrow. Um, is what the hell's today? Thursday. Okay, I'll probably do a show again, another stream tomorrow, and another stream on Saturday. And if I do streams, next week, that'll probably gonna be kind of late. They'll probably be around maybe like 4 p.m. Mexico City time, because I get off early. I have to work. I have to go to work early. I get off like around 3 or 4 p.m. So there's that. It's one week I go to work late, and one week I go to work pretty damn early. And I gotta make that money. So that 30 fiat, so I can buy some more Bitcoin with and pay the bills. So I'll end it here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out the links below. I'm probably gonna put the links to the stories below, and I'm probably going to do that in a bit. So I'll see you guys later. I am out.